What's going on, everybody? Hear me typing, yeah. What's going on, folks? I'll try. Hold on. Better? Oh, give me a second. I'll try to find the link. There. Give me a second here. I can hear everything now, I think. Where do I find the link for this? Invite? Invite? No, that's not it. Sorry. Oh. What's going on, AT? How are you, buddy? Mama Bear. I'm still learning, folks. Alright, Hassel, I'm going to try to make you mad. It says put user in timeout or block user. No. Hey, Pandora. What's this? Oh, shit. Sniper training. You don't need training. You got it over in Mike's. You have to only make mods on YouTube. Okay, let's try it this way then. There we go. Now, your moderator. Hassel. There you go. Oh, sorry, you're up.
Perfect. I'm going to go get Dexter set up so you can have Dexter on with you.
Sounds good, brother. Dexter Cam. Dexter Cam is coming, everybody. Give it a moment. What's going on, Melvin? Oh, shit. I don't know.
Well, is it just me now? I get to talk to everybody? Kicked yourself out of your own show?
Oh my. Holy fuck. I'm still learning, boss. Sorry. So anybody else wants to come up, you're more than welcome. So tell us, Adam, how is Emra? What's their love? You look comfortable just asking for future reference. Someday I'll try one. I just do what I do. I'm not comfortable on camera. I hate being on camera. It is what it is, you know what I mean? I told people I'd do this. I'm trying to pin it. I'm trying to find it a guinea tea. Fuck. And that fat cat's fucking nuts, man. He's always popping up.
Hey, how's it going?
Myron, what are you at, buddy? Nuts, man. He's always popping up.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. Thank you for coming. Myron, what are you at, buddy? Nuts.
Dexter says hello to everybody.
Hi, Dexter.
If you gave him some catnip, would he have a little more energy?
No.
You know what? I used to try and give these cats catnip, and they didn't like it. Like, I would put it out, I'd try everything, and these two cats just were never into it.
Oh, that's how I do it. Okay.
No.
All right, see you, Pandora. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, T. I guess I should say hi to everybody, for fuck's sakes. Hostel Keeper, Pandora, although hardly have
Oh, shit. Sorry, Pandora. I'll make you a thing, too.
Melvin. I think that's everybody.
Look at those sexy legs there in the background of the cat, Law.
Yeah, this is my. I know that.
Aren't we all fat cat lovers? Oh, holy shit, it moved.
Yeah, what the heck? Good.
So, boys, what are we at tonight? I'm not as interesting as Mike is.
Well, I thought you had Tammy coming here to keep the fucking conversation going.
Well, that's why I told him to come, you know what I mean?
He probably went to sleep.
Yeah, probably.
And Pandora, she needs to go to sleep, but she's here. So she's never going to get better from whatever's knocking her out.
Right? That's crazy, but I gotta love her. But hopefully she's feeling better. What's going on, Josh? How are you, my friend? Just another Dexter camera? Holy Jesus, Ogre. We got mad Dexter on the go. Okay, we got lots of screens up. Huh. Holy Jesus, 2 angles of the fat cat. I'll put this one back up.
Look at the size of that paw and then compare it to little brothers. That fucking leg is built to hold a lot of weight.
Ask away.
There goes them legs again. You should get a girlfriend or something that we can enjoy walking and seeing. Josh.
I went out for a couple minutes. There was nothing on the go. It was pretty boring. So I just come on home and did, just watch some of you guys. For Hustle, I wouldn't call it the scariest, but my most, I guess, entertaining, most engaging was the Garda World cash truck. Buddy getting so close to my face and actually getting up in my face and I putting hands on him. I assumed I was going to get arrested for assault for sure. So I was kind of a little bit nervous about that. Other than that, nah, I don't give a fuck. Do what you're going to do and I'll handle it. The only thing that's going to scare me is if these fuckers pull a gun on me. That's it.
If they're close enough to bite your nose, you gotta keep them back. Especially if it's not law enforcement. But you can't trust them cocksuckers either.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Myron.
Did you?
And that's the thing, Keeper. He didn't touch me, but he was really close and he was waving that piece of cardboard. So I kind of was like, if he touches me with it, I'm going to punch him out. So I didn't want to punch him out, you know what I mean? So just grab the arm, put it down, let him know that I'm not playing. He stopped. So that was good. He went and put it away pretty quick. I'm sure you've seen. Poke, 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 Ed Keeper. What's going on, Invalid? How are you, brother?
Hey, Invalid.
What's going on? Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, I go to this one. For me, Hustle, I've been doing this for a long time. I haven't been doing more recording, but it was you guys, everybody encouraging me, telling me to keep doing it, liking my videos, watching my videos. One of my videos got 400 and something views. That's what told me I was doing the right thing. I gotta learn to keep my language down a little bit. Not that I need to, but it is what it is, right? I am a Newfoundlander, so
This fucking channel's not for fucking kids. Say what you want.
absolutely.
But yeah, I guess when you're out there with the pigs, you gotta watch out. Because you gotta sort of taunt them and get them mad first.
And that's I know what you're saying, Mark. And I hear you, Marvin, and that's kind of where I go with this. I'm all about being pushing towards them. I want to push them. And not that I want to push them in a bad way. I want to make sure that they're going to do the right thing, right? But it's me. I mean, I'm so used to the language, cursing, swearing, getting in people's faces. So if
Well,
I'm doing that and it sets them off, perfect.
yeah. Because as long as you're not yelling and you're just spicing up the language with some swearing just to fucking oh, instead of uses fucking quotations and punctuation marks, you swear. And I don't really should be able to get away with free speech on.
Damn right. For this one, just be you. Be comfortable in what you're doing. Just make sure you're holding them accountable. If they're doing something wrong, get it on film or get it on record, and make sure you bring it to the people that it matters: the government, their supervisors, the chief. I don't think your quotes are going to work, Keeper.
Nah, fucking air quotes. That's fucking.
Hustle sheet, all full of questions tonight.
Oh yeah. Well, he's always inquisitive. You just haven't been around enough. Fuck, the first time I met her, she was
That's
just
good. I like it.
quizzing me on everything.
Well, as my audio is a little bit off, so if I talk over you, just give me a moment. I'll stop. My apologies. For this one, the only thing I take is this. So it's a bright light, and it has the little thing on it. So as you can see, I'm gonna jam you in the face, jam you in the throat with it. I would take I would take a baton, a collapsible baton with me, but I know I'm probably going to get myself in trouble if I did. So here in Canada, I don't think we have too many worries, but in the States, it's different. 2A, do up, carry what you can, what you're allowed. If you have the walkie-talkie, put it on, have someone on the other end, always listening to what you're doing.
Yeah, that was why I laughed.
See, it don't look that bright to me on this, so maybe I need to be careful what I'm doing. Sorry. What's going on, Stevie? How are you, brother? Welcome.
Hey, Stevie Mile.
Get the fuck out of here, guys. Want to jump up in Valaba? You're welcome, man.
Don't hurt yourself when you're jumping.
I think I got room. No, please don't. I got no workers.
Well, if I was out in the field, I'd pack a fucking hose with me. So that anytime I had a pee, I could just put my pecker in the hose, have it just run out on the ground.
Oh man, Myron, you're fucked, bud.
Why? That's, you don't have to look for any place. I think it's a perfect way to do it. Especially at my age. Holy fuck, when I gotta go today. At the, within a couple
It's,
of minutes.
it's
Uh-huh. You can't get caught for exposing yourself because
it's funny you say that. When I was actually recording there a while back, when I was waiting for that Etchigary to come out, I waited like 2 hours. I was there. I got tired of waiting. I was bossing for a piss, so I went over behind a tree to have a piss, just over on the side of the cop shop. And as soon as I got around the tree, as soon as I pulled her out, here I sees him running, jumping in his truck and taking off. I was like, "Oh, you goof, man!" So I know he was watching. Oh shit! Absolutely, hustle. Um, it. My wife, she do not support my auditing. She supports me. She don't support my auditing. Um, but in the end, she don't. She don't understand where I'm coming from, and I mean I understand that. I appreciate it. She's never had bad experience with police, so it do make a big difference when she watches what I do. How do I? Oh shit! Oh man, give me a second there. ET, buddy. I can't see you, man. I can see you there.
How long's the
Yes,
poor
I
guy
see
been
you,
in the
man.
basement?
Trying to get it. I just my screen is. I don't know. Give me a second. I'm gonna take one of yours off, Ogre, so I can get him up for now.
No problem. Yeah, you might only be able to get 4. Or, no, because there was
Oh,
just 5,
6.
right? It's 6, okay.
6.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, it's whatever's going on with my my computer. I'm on a little fucking Chromebook, so it's small.
That explains it.
Hi, E.T.
Hey, Myron. Hey, Ogre. NL, thanks for having me up.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
I tried to listen to part of your
Thanks for
guys'
coming
show
in, ET,
tonight.
buddy.
I stopped in and gave you guys
Absolutely,
some
man.
like and
Anytime.
shit too.
Oh, the Canada Rights Media panel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't on tonight. It was family night. So I'm going to go back to Hostle's question. And the answer, like I wrote,
Yeah, I
is
wasn't on either.
absolutely.
I was busy on mics and chilling.
And
Sorry.
yeah, my Mrs. ET supports me, what I do, why I do it. And it does sometimes interfere with our lives, especially more so with what's going on right now in Canada. I've been a lot more active now with filming and Myron, quit rubbing your nipples. Hey, Pergo. Yeah, anyways, with everything that's been going on lately, I've been a lot more active. More so with a lot of the freedom protests and some civil rights activist stuff. And I've been out talking to businesses about how to follow the law and not put themselves in a position where they can be potentially sued. Some of it goes well and some of it doesn't. But such as it is, yeah, it does. It plays a big part in my life now.
Hey, girl.
Epic,
Pepsi
invalid,
for life, invalid.
Hey, Epic.
Coke.
Hope I ran out of Coke.
So, does anybody else follow
Tommy's in the basement.
Master
Boss. I don't
Baker?
know how to get this fucking guy up.
So I was asking, does anybody else follow Master Baker?
Just recently when I saw him on one of your panels a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So he just put a video up, and I haven't had a chance to ask him if we could share it or not. But it's a classic example of police being tyrants and using the law to basically shut people up. And it's a good video to explain why you don't answer your fucking door. You know, you have a right to not answer your door, right? Unless they have a warrant. But outside of that, you don't have to answer your door. And this video is a great reason why you don't answer your door. And the best thing you do when the police show up is look at them and say, "Oh no, thank you. Have a good night," and close your door.
Oh, if you want, drop him all you want.
Oh, should I? Should I? No, I'm not going to kick Epic.
Drop any links, any videos, as long as you got permission to. If you guys got permission to share the videos and stuff,
Well, I
do
can
it up,
share the
man.
link, but we can't play the video. Epic would know a little bit more about that. But as far as I know,
Okay.
unless
All right, we'll
unless
share
I
the link for
actually have
sure.
permission with him. But I'll share a link to his channel for sure.
I'm trying to get you up, Tammy, buddy. I'm sorry. Ogre, sorry, brother.
There's the link. I just threw it in the chat for Master
Which one
Baker's
now?
channel.
I was gonna say, yeah, go ahead and drop Dexter. For him? You dropped Dexter for him? My word.
That sounds like Tammy. Oh,
It
fuck
is,
sakes.
EG.
Dexter will come back
Yeah.
up.
Hey, I was invited over here by NL. So, talk to him about it.
It's all good, Tim. Just messing. So I just dropped the link, the video I was just talking about that Master Baker put up. And it's a great example of why we don't answer our door. And the best thing you can say to the police when they show up is, unless they've got a warrant, is just say, no, thank you, and close your door.
Just don't open the door.
Yeah, just don't open the door. You have a right not to.
Yeah.
The only time they can force a door open is if they have a warrant or a probable cause. And they better be able to justify probable cause without a doubt at all.
And I've seen quite a few of them on here stick their foot in the door. That's why it's better not.
Yep.
That's why my front screen door is always locked.
Hey, Hustle.
Mine's Maggie.
Yeah.
When they showed up here last week to give me my summons, the cop actually had a hold of the door handle. He was about to open it, and I was like, reached straight out and grabbed it, and closed it, and locked it. And I'm like, "Who are you? And what do you want?" And he says, "Oh, I'm here to give you a summons." Okay, name and badge number. I got the camera going, and it's not so much in his face, but through the door. And as he walked down to the bottom of the stairs, he just like, because he knew he'd been had.
The last cop that tried to stick their foot in my door was about, what was it, about, I wanted to say about 3 months ago here. And it was right before they got the Rochester police were all brought up on charges. A lot of them brought up on charges for spraying that little 9-year-old girl in the face with the mace. They came to do this fucking welfare check on somebody I didn't even fucking know. Okay. I told them I didn't know them. They tried to tell me, oh, they were here last seen here, blah, 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 blah. I said, no, the fuck they weren't. I don't even know who the fuck.
Hold on for a second, Tammy.
Get the heck out. And they sat there and tried to stick their door. I started to close doors. One stuck their foot on the door. And I slammed the fucking door closed on and pushed the foot out.
Tammy, hold up.
Go ahead.
Okay. Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, Epic, man. Nobody's talked that I know of has talked about Epic or talked about you or ET on here. We're not trying to cause no shit. If you want to, I can boot you real quick and we can be done with it. I don't really give a fuck. This is my panel. This is not anybody else's. So we can be fun and have fun here, or we can all get the fuck up out of here. I don't really give a fuck. It's mine, and I'm going to do what I want to do. It's as simple as that. You don't like it, bounce.
Cool.
Go ahead, Tammy.
I finished my story right before that. I apologize. I didn't hear you say you needed to say something. I apologize for you on that. But yeah, I knocked that cop's foot right back out the
Oh, that's
door
cool.
with the door. I got a
It's
solid
all
steel
good.
door. I got a solid steel door, and it pushes the way it don't open. It don't open into the house. It opens, or excuse me, it don't open outside the house. It opens into the house. So when I got a good grip on that thing, I can slam that bitch closed. You know, and that's what I did. And it knocked that cop's foot right out the door. She just started pounding on the door. Bam, bam, bam. I know she's in there. Bam, bam. And I said, "Sorry, I don't need to talk to you. Goodbye. You don't have a warrant." I walked away, and she knew because of the way the laws are, she had no right to even put her foot in my
Shit.
house without the
Guys, how
warrant.
do I unblock somebody?
Also was blocked at the top of you got to go back to their name. There should be three things that says either make them three dots, and then it'll actually show like 4 or 5 things. Make them a
Okay.
moderator, make them unblock them, whatever things like that. So just tap on their name.
Oh my god,
I know you didn't mean to block Hustle.
yeah, I am so sorry, Hustle. Give me a second.
What the hell?
Also, that was
shit.
an accident.
Oh
Don't
man,
get upset,
I can't
Hustle.
find her, guys. Oh my fucking nerves.
My mouse is going wonky.
Don't worry, Hustle timed out
I got no band guests though.
someone over on Mike's with her ass earlier, so
Yeah.
it's karma. It's karma.
Yeah, fuck, that was early today. She timed that out with her ass.
No man, she's cool. I don't want that to happen.
Oh, Hustle ain't go. Hey, Hustle knows it was an accident. Now we can have a little laugh at her expense after she timed someone else.
Like I can't even see
out
her
with her
now.
ass. There you go. She's there. She's back. I see her laughing my ass. So true, Jamie. Laughing my ass up. So true, Jamie. Here's Hustle.
Yeah.
She's back.
I did too.
See, even Hustle's getting a kick out of it. So. Dude, it happens to the best of us, man. I have seen my buddy who's been a freaking mod in my channel for 8.5 years. Has actually timed out people by accident. He's like, "Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that, man. I'm sorry," So, and he's one of the best mods that I've known for longevity and everything else in all of YouTube. And he's probably mod on so many channels it ain't even funny. And I mean, so he does it, and he's one of the best. So.
Well, he told me she was banned, so that's the only thing I was worried about.
Oh well.
I can laugh about suction cup filler stuck on my.
But ET, no one's been talking about you, man, from what I know of. So
You're talking to me or to Epic? You said ET.
So, yeah, whatever Epic was talking about, you know.
Oh, I know what he was
never
talking
heard
about.
No one talking about you. So
It's done and it's dealt with, and it doesn't matter anymore. And Epic, if you're still watching, man, like,
okay,
don't jump
Alright,
up on
cool.
somebody's panel and just start ranting and trying to start shit, buddy. Like, there's no use for it.
EMC wants a.
If you got an issue with somebody, you know what? Invite them to a private chat with like just one or
I
two
got
other
mad
people.
love and respect for Epic.
Like I was saying, you got an issue with somebody, invite them to a private stream or chat or Zoom call or whatever with a couple other people and fucking sort it out. Don't jump on an open panel like this and start shit. And I do too, NL. I got a lot of respect for Epic. It's just
I have had problems.
I
with
didn't jump
different
up here
people.
to fucking get involved in drama.
I've had problems with different people that I've seen at different streams that I do not bring into the stream.
Yeah.
Because it was not there where it happened. I try to respect that. To not bring that shit into other people's panels. So if it happened somewhere else, maybe you need to keep it somewhere else. And then enjoy your time when you're at another panel. Just like I do.
It's happening in a couple of people's minds, and they're fucking just spreading from their mind that crap all over the internet.
If you want to, there are several shit show channels out there. Find one that you like, and then go do your shit show there, and then go to other panels that you like, and not have the shit show. That's what I'd like to do. Just saying. By the way, NL, thank you for inviting me over. That was quite awesome, man. I appreciate it. It's the first time I've been on your panel, so I appreciate being here. ET, I love listening to him talk. He's a damn smart dude, same as Myron. Ogre, I ain't figured him out yet, so I don't know if he's just smart or playing smart.
Well, there's a difference between me and ET and our smarts. I wasted mine on just fucking useless information while he's fucking figuring things out in the real world.
Well, that's the thing. You both got different ways of being smart, okay? And that's why I enjoy listening to you both. ET does come up with some really good, valid, everyday shit, man. That's pretty deep too on some of it, But you, on the other hand, you do have smarts on certain things that even have to do with everyday there, Myron. Because the way I look at it, history can play into your everyday, So you got a lot of smarts for the history, and I appreciate that too.
Well, I studied in school.
Yep.
And I studied hard. Well, not really. Fuck. I think it was grade 2. My mom and dad said, hey, we'll give you $1 for every A on your report card. So I got somewhere up close to, I don't know, say $20 for the year. And back in the early or the middle 60s, that was a lot.
Big money.
That was big money. So they said, well, we're not going to pay you that much. And the fucking the school wanted to jump me ahead one grade. They wanted me to skip a grade, but my parents wouldn't let me. But I was bored in school. Bored.
You know what? I actually failed the second grade in school. The reason why I failed the second grade was I used to take my homework, throw it at the teacher as I walked out the door. I told her I don't have time to do my homework. See, by the time I got home, it was 5 o'clock in the evening. By the time I got off the bus, okay, it was 5 o'clock in the evening. I had to do all my chores. My chores, at that time, I had almost 3.5 hours worth of chores to do. And then I had to be in bed by 9 o'clock. That didn't leave much time for me to do homework anyway if I wanted to do it. So I took that time to fucking have my own private time, and that teacher wasn't taking it away from me. Screw her and her damn homework. So she failed me, even though I passed every one of my tests that year. Every one of my tests I passed with an A. So they started, while I went through school, they started grading me on my test and what I did, not what I did for homework. That's how I got my yearly grades.
Well, I think I told you the other day I took the grade 9. It was called departmentals, and it was all of Alberta had to take this. The students had to take the same tests, and I was in the top 10% for marks, and one of my marks was 48%. That was in math.
That's
So
pretty good.
I had out of 5, I had an average of 81% with that. They were up in the 80s and 90s, and I was told that I could be a forest ranger because I like to work outside, or if I wanted to work inside, I could be a surgeon.
Well, I never went into forestry, but I did go into biology and work with the game and fish, which was a lot more schooling than what the forestry here in the United States ever has to go through. The forestry here has a lot of physical and rigorous training to go through, that more so than the biology part. But but at that time when I went through, I still went ahead and did the forestry training for the simple fact it also gave me the ability to have my. Was I talking too much?
Ooh.
He muted my mic. I thought maybe I needed to shut up.
Nobody muted you. You've been going for a while.
Okay. No,
Talk a lot,
the host
Tammy.
muted my mic, and right in the middle of it, I was like, "Oh shit, okay, I'll shut up."
I think it was EP
I
did
was
that.
just fucking with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you did, because I didn't even notice. It didn't even sound like it. It was just like the.
But yeah, I went ahead and did that because they gave me my permits as a fire boss, and I was able to do controlled burning down in Florida as well. So I went through all that training as well that the forestry went through on the physical part. Now that shit was fun. Wait, if you ever get a chance to go and do controlled burns, and you get to get in a helicopter, the one and only time I ever flew, other than when I was a little kid and can't remember. I did get in a helicopter. We got about right at treetop level, and they had this gun. They had these little balls in it, looked like little ping pong balls. And you sit there, you shoot them, and when they hit the ground, they made a chemical reaction and made boom and flame everywhere. It was the funnest shit ever, dude. Funnest shit ever. Get a chance, try it.
Finally, we can just shut Tammy up for a little bit.
Keep your listeners, Tammy. We'll tell you to shut up, and then tell you start telling you to shut up.
Oh, man. You're gonna talk about blowing shit up, starting big fires.
Mm-hmm.
I was out in the North Coast Wilderness area in Alberta there. Myron's probably the one who knows where that is.
What's the name?
The Ghost Wilderness area, just north of Lake Minnewanka.
No.
Banff.
Okay.
That's what happens when you live all over the place. Anyways, we were doing some training up there, and this hillbilly in our group, and I mean hillbilly, this guy talked with a funny drawl and all, like that, right? It was
like
brutal.
Me?
Oh no, worse than you, Tammy. Worse than you. I had a hard time understanding him, and I usually understand people fairly easily when I can hear them. Anyways, these guys are trying to come up with a way to blow this car up, and they're like, going off about putting like nitro in the rad cap and Drano and golf and ping pong balls in the fuel tank and all kinds of crazy shit. So the hillbilly in the group says, "Where's the nearest outlet?" I kind of looked at him and said, "Outlet? What do you mean outlet?" He says, "The plug-in." I'm like, okay. They're like 20 feet that way, right? So he kind of looks at where the outlet is, and he looks over the car, and he says, that's about 200 feet. He goes back to the shop. He gets an extension cord, peels it, one end to the frame, one end of the tank. He says, "Y'all might want to come with me." Goes back to the outlet. Boom.
So why'd he blow it up?
Because that was the mission. Blow up the car.
Well, I
He's
guess
like,
it worked then.
It was just like, watch this. Boom.
That's funny.
He blew a car up with an extension cord.
When I was working seismic, used to play around with dynamite.
I know how to blow
Oh, yeah.
one up with I know how to blow one up with a 9-volt battery, a fucking mouse trap, and some wire.
Wow, that's a lot of effort.
Not
Really, you know what all it takes is to take one piece of copper wire into the fuel line, run to the battery,
what if
well,
I don't
actually
wanna-
to the alternator, and then that's it. As soon as they turn the car on, the current runs through the wire into the fumes and ignites it, and boom.
Yeah, but I
Doesn't
don't
take
want 'em
much.
Master
Yeah,
ET,
that's
you and I got to get together and compare notes because I've already got that one written down too.
But there's going to be a rash of blowing up cars across the country just because of ET.
Here's a funny
Just
one.
because of EG.
My uncle lived. First off, my uncle is only a few years older than I am, and he lives like literally 3 blocks away from me. But this is many years ago, many years ago. So there's me, my brother, and my uncle, and a couple of my uncle's friends. And at that time, my uncle's house is on the corner, and the family shop is right behind it, and then right behind that house is where my brother lives. So it's all close knit, right? Anyways, we built a spud gun. That was the first one we built, and we launched a fucking potato from where my uncle's house is into downtown Sarnia.
Now, ET, my biggest thing is.
Hold on, Tammy. I'm not done. Shut up.
Well, no, you went on to a different fucking subject before I had a chance to ask a question to you.
Hold on.
Subject.
Okay. Let me finish this story and I'll jump back, okay? Anyways, we're all sitting on my uncle's front porch. We launched a couple of spuds out towards downtown, and we're sitting on his front porch having some beers. And like 5 minutes later, this cop comes rolling by, and he's got an old set of cherries on his roof. And he's got a fucking potato stuck in one of them.
That's funny. That is funny.
All right. Ask
Now,
your question, Tammy. Ask your question.
What if I don't just want the car to blow up as soon as they start the car, though? That's the whole point in that of what I know.
I declined to comment at this point in time. But there's this great book on it. I mean, if you look on a bit of the dark web stuff, you could probably find it.
All you got to do is go to an Army surplus store. You can find everything I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's
a book. Yeah, Ogre knows what I'm talking about.
Dude, I used to own it. I literally had like 3 different copies of it.
Yeah. So we got a hold of that book once.
I had a copy of that. I also had a copy of the handbook that the military used for stuff and things like that. But,
yeah, you can get all that stuff for free. Anyways, we got a hold of that book once when I lived up north, and we thought it'd be downright hilarious if we took the tennis ball machine and filled it full of tennis ball bombs. So that's what we did. We broke into the high school and we stole the tennis ball launcher and like 1,000 tennis balls. And we sat up. We sat up at my buddy's place for like days, just cranking out, right? Filling these tennis balls. You cut a hole and you fill them full of like black powder and gunpowder and strike anywhere matches and then crazy glue the seams shut, right? Let them dry. We put them all back in the launcher and return the tennis ball launcher, the server, back to the high school for Monday morning. And then we sat in what they call the West Rocks there. So it's like an escarpment that overlooks the city. We sat on the West Rocks overlooking the high school for their early morning tennis practice.
Oh, that sounds like fun to me.
It was freaking hilarious. The first ball comes out. Ding! Hey, Ashamed, how you doing, brother? Ashamed, did you get your package yet?
Keeper of the list had to explain to his mom what a cougar was. That's funny.
Why, Keeper? Is your mom a cougar? Is she a cougar or a MILF?
Or a GMLF.
Not my flavor, buddy. Not my flavor.
Hey, I've met a couple of GMLFs in my lifetime.
Well, we don't need to hear about your sexual revelations here.
Well, I guarantee you, one of them you would have been going, "Oh my God," because she turned 18-year-old's as she walked by that pool, and I came up and talked to her, and I said, I got to talk to her and everything, and she's like, I said, I'd ask you out on a date, but damn, you're way above my station, She's like, well, first of all, let me ask you, how old are you? At that time, I was 32. She said, I'm a little old for you anyway. I said, how old are you? 69. And she looked like she was 30, but she was an Oriental lady. And she, oh my God, she looked like she was 30 years old. Like I said, she made 18-year-olds go. This was the look on some of the 18-year-olds' face. Hold on, if I can get my damn cursor.
Hey, Ashamed.
As she walked by, literally.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Shame, there is a package on the way for you, brother. It got sent out last week, so it'll get there when it gets there, I suppose. Just let me know when it does get there, okay? You know what, Timmy? That reminds me of something that happened to me when I was younger.
Send them the tracking number.
Oh, no tracking number. Anyways, I'm living in Chatham, Kent, and I rented this big apartment. It had it's literally like 5 bedrooms in it, right? So I rented out 2 of the rooms and to a couple of my classmates. And for like months, my one classmate's telling me about his girlfriend's mom, who's just supposed to be drop dead gorgeous, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, right? Meanwhile, on weekends, few weekends in a month, I'd go down to this bar in Chatham, Kent, and it was called Dr. Feelgoods, and it was for an adult crowd, more not like 20s bebopping, dance, tronica, whatever that shit is, but it's just like a mellow place. Anyways, I'm there, and I've been meeting this woman there, right? And she's a gorgeous woman, right? But I know she's married, and she's just interested in having some fun out on the dance floor, and that's about it. I'm like, yeah. So, anyways, it was one day my roommate, his car got broken, and he needed me to give him a ride. This is like, we got to stop and pick up my girlfriend. I'm like, all right. We stop at this house, and we've got time, so this is where we go in and have a coffee. And I walk in the door, and there's this woman that I've been meeting at the bar for like the last 5 months. And my roommate Brian, he gives me an elbow, and he's like, "See, I told you, man, she's gorgeous." I'm like, yeah, I know. This is the lady. This is the fine lady that I've been dancing with at the bar every weekend for the last 5 months. And he gives me this look. He's like, what? He's like, dude, man, she wants to fucking ride you. She's a married man. I was like 19 at the time, right? She was in her 40s.
Yeah, hey, you know what? There's a song out there, and I like to go by it sometimes. Older women make beautiful lovers.
Oh yeah, I know the song.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now it was more befitting when I was in my 20s
She used to
than it
play
is
me.
now.
She used to play me Meatloaf's 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad all the time.
That's a
Every
good
time I
song,
come on
too.
the radio, she'd tell me it was for me, and I'm like, yeah, I want you, I need you. Yeah. But I was a 19-year-old horn dog, so I didn't give a shit.
Did you get some of that 40?
Oh yeah, on her pool table.
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah.
I've probably been, when I was in my 20s, I was probably with more women that were older than me than my age at that time.
Uh,
Most of them were like in their late 30s and early 40s.
Only had one older woman that wanted me, and going to a party, I passed her going up a hill. I was driving on the sidewalk, and I passed her. I was making time to get to the party. And when we got to the party, she was fucking mad at me. Didn't like my driving. So, obviously, I didn't get laid.
Well,
I
that's
was
not a
gonna
fun.
be the, yeah,
That's not a fun story, Myron.
I was going to be the first out of a train, and I missed out on it.
When I was a young chef, I worked in this strip club part time in North Waterloo here, and anyways, I had just gone through a bad breakup with a girl I was seeing, and I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, just going nuts because that's how I deal with some of my stress sometimes is I cook and bake. Anyways, in walks one of the rippers and she looks at me and says, "What's going on?" And I'm like, not a lot. Yeah, broke up with a girlfriend, last week, and then just having a rough shake at it. And I ain't kidding you. She looked right at me, grabbed my arm, pulled it around her waist, and says, "The best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else."
Mhm. I agree with that statement.
Damn straight. It was a fun night, let me tell you.
Made you forget all about the other one, didn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can't even remember her name, brother.
But yeah, I've had my fair share of older women, so and believe me, it paid off in the long run. I got to learn I got to learn from experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, keeper working the clubs was a lot of fun. It was a blast, man. I always had a blast there. I learned a lot of good tricks from some of the bouncers. Like how to get rid of a mouthpiece really fast. Over mouth, back of neck, drag them out.
I've seen that not work so good for people.
Yeah.
Honestly, at least
Oh,
some of the
thanks,
parts I've
Stevie.
been to.
I kind of went on a tirade there with the people's links, and I don't know if I got everybody. If I didn't get you a link up, well, you know what? Throw your links up in the chat, and I'll if they're not clickable, I will make sure they get clickable.
Big Red Ogre said he was a bouncer in a strip club, so he probably had his
Oh
fair
yeah.
share. Guaranteed he had his fair share.
Now, speaking of strip clubs and having fun, I got a funny story for you about this. So I'm in Kitchener, and I'm at a place called well, never mind what it's called. Anyways,
Sorry,
I
hold
get.
on, ET. I don't mean to interrupt. Hostel, have a good night. Thanks for everything.
Oh, Hey,
Yeah, good night,
Hustle. See you
Oswald.
later.
Sleep well, hon.
Night hustle.
So, anyways, I'm in this club in Kitchener, and I kind of get a sweet eye on this girl, and watching her on stage, pretty nice. So I'm like, she'd be fun, right? Bought her a few drinks. We got to chatting, and as luck would have it, my smoothness went the right way for me, and then she come back to my place with me, and I was being an ass, and it's a good thing I was being an ass because I offered her a drink, and just joking around, I said, "Oh, have you got any ID on you, right?" So she shows me her driver's license, and I took one look at her real name and went, "Oh, you were adopted, weren't you?" And she's like, "Whoa, how the hell do you know that?" And I'm like, "Your real mother's name is so and so, and you have a sister named so and so, and a brother named so and so, and your aunt's name is such and such." And she's like, "Who the fuck are you? You stalking me?" I'm like, "Oh, no, no, no. Your mom is my aunt."
Oh,
she's
shit.
like, "Whoa, I'm out of here." I'm like, "Yeah, you're out of here. All right." And you know what? Like I said, it's a good thing I was being an ass because
Yeah, yeah.
I was pretty ready to go there until I read their knee.
Probably the funniest thing I ever did at a bar was I just got my teeth, and my false teeth,
You
and
just got
they
your
were
teeth.
and they were still bright and white and real pretty. And this girl, she kept on saying, "Dang, your teeth are so pretty, they're so white. What do you do to keep your teeth white?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." I kept going. And finally, she said it about the 20th time. I spit my teeth out of my head. And I slammed them down on the table. I said, "If you like my teeth so much, take them sons of bitches home with you." She about fell on the floor laughing her ass off. I got
Oh
laid
yeah.
by her that night
Sorry.
because, and she said, "You know why I got laid that night?" She said, "I made her laugh."
Night, Josh. Take it easy. Thanks for coming by.
Night,
Good
Josh.
night, Josh.
So, needless to say, that actually did. Believe it or not, I got laid that night because I made her laugh. She thought that was the
Yeah.
funniest shit ever. Me spit my teeth out my head and telling her to take my damn teeth home with her if she liked them so much.
When I first met Mrs. ET, we were out on like just said, we went out for lunch, an afternoon walk in the park here. We look at this huge park here called Canatera. Anyways, she had her son with her. We were horsing around on the swing set, and I pushed the chains out like sideways, right? And I let my weight take the swing down, and then it would shake the whole thing. And anyways, my stepson, he loved it. He thought it was hilarious. But I'm a fat ass, and I broke the swing.
Oh, damn.
Come crashing down. I broke my coccyx, my tailbone. I stood up and said, "Well, there went my ego."
I'm sure.
Mrs. ET and I have been together since.
That's hilarious, dude. I've broken a couple swings in my life. I broke my poor niece and my niece's backyard playset on a dare to get on it and try it, and it just collapsed on them.
Can you all
Oh
still
yeah,
hear me?
Huh? I heard someone say, "Can you hear me?"
All right, that's cool.
yeah. You trying out headphones there? The only trouble I have with these things is I can't hear anything else, and I can't
Yeah.
hear how loud I get sometimes. I woke Mrs. up a couple of
Yeah.
times.
And
Just
that's what I
remember,
did.
Why?
I-
remember. Just
I
You
woke
see
the
remember,
wife
this?
and the daughter up twice.
You see this door right above my finger?
Mm-hmm.
That's our bedroom.
Oh.
And
Just like
just remember,
right there.
Inel, though, you tried to talk with your mute button on. You got to unmute for us to hear you.
Yeah, I figured that out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I woke my wife and kid up a couple times now, so I'm trying to do this and right.
Try to
So
keep it quiet.
You
learning.
keep
Phone home.
earplugs. Get your wife earplugs when she goes to sleep. You stick them in there.
You know, So for her being such a tiny woman, I'm
I
lucky
see
to
you,
get.
keeper.
I'm lucky to get. I'm lucky to get. 2 feet of the bed. Now, let me preface this: we have a California king, so I don't know if you know how big that is, but it's like
Yeah, it's
six and a
bigger than
half
a
feet.
normal king.
It's 6.5 feet wide, right? I get 2.5 feet. Now she's a good foot shorter than I am. She
Oh,
just like hogs the whole
she,
bed.
she's laying crossways and you're laying lengthways.
Yeah.
No, keeper, I can't hear you sing, but I can see you type.
That's funny. Trouble will do that. I'll fall asleep on the couch. She'll come crawl up on top of me, lay with me, slip in between me and the back of the couch, and then kick and push until I hit the floor. Boom!
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, well, and she doesn't even wake up. She's like, I'll look at her. She's got this look on her face like, yep, I'm comfy now.
Our one dog used to do that all the time. Then we had to finally kick her out of the bedroom because she was like literally scratching at us in her sleep.
Yeah.
No.
And it's freaky as hell, like 3 o'clock in the morning when she wakes up in the middle of a dream and she's barking at squirrels.
That is funny. That's funny.
Oh,
I had a dog that would wake me
What's up,
doing that
801?
stuff. 801.
oh 801. Hey.
What's going on, 801? How are you, buddy?
Dyslexic 108.
Just like wait.
Hey, do you know what a lesbian's favorite number is?
69.
No, 181.
Well,
181.
what half of 69 is 181.
No, Myron, that's why you failed math, buddy. A bigger number can't be half of a smaller number.
Well, it sounds right when you say it. It's
No,
just,
no, Myron. No. Listen, do you know how fast sex is, Myron?
Well, for you, it's quick. Am I thinking?
No, it's 68 miles an hour, buddy. Because when you hit 69, y'all got to turn around.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what happens when you get me on a panel late at night, I know. Ow. I got bit. Something bit me on my arm today, and it is itchy as hell.
Nothing worse.
You got any baking soda?
No, I already put something on it, and it's stopped it. But with the fibromyalgia, like I feel things 10 times worse than what anybody else does. So,
Yeah.
like,
Hey,
imagine
no,
if you put something like these on your head, like you'd feel them, right? Now imagine putting this on your head and you feel them, but then squeeze them. Have somebody squeeze them, and that's what I feel on my head. That's just see me keep popping them or shaking them because it feels like somebody's pushing them into my pushing them.
you know what you should do? You should go get a tattoo from NL Master ET.
No. No, don't. Not yet.
Nope, I'll never get a tattoo. I have no
Well, I know
identifying
that, dude.
features at all. I am totally a gray man. If you put me in a lineup, it's very like I keep my image in that manner that it's difficult for somebody to pick me out. And I have been in a crowd and I've had people say, oh, wait a minute, where are you going? And I've been standing like literally 5 feet in front of them and they're looking around for me.
That's an awesome thing to be able to do. I'm a big red ogre. I stick out no matter where I go.
Yeah. It's part of a survival philosophy and a prepper's philosophy. There's the gray man, and then there's the assertive, and then there's the aggressive, right? And I find using the gray man philosophy is You can be assertive and aggressive when you need to be, but you're not drawing attention to yourself. And think about it. I mean, if this world goes to shit and there's roving gangs trying to steal your shit and your food and your water and your whatever, right? You know, because that's what happens in chaos. Do you want to stand out and have everybody be able to find you and identify you? That's why I don't talk about much about my prepping strategy, where what's or anything like that publicly. Like don't get me wrong, man. I'm the guy you can drop in the middle of a bush and I'll be back on your fucking doorstep in 7 days or sooner, right? And I mean from almost anywhere in the world.
I'm
Be
pretty
very
much
few
the same
places you
as
could drop
you,
me that I
ET.
wouldn't be able to get back to. What's that, Tammy?
I'm pretty much the same as you, ET. If you could survive a year living in the Everglades with nothing but a knife and a piece of flint and steel, you can do anything.
I got stopped in Canmore, which is just outside of Banff, Alberta, and the cop says to me, "Do you have any weapons on you?" I'm like, "Nope, I don't carry weapons. I only carry tools." In my belt, I had a stone knife, and he pulls it out, and he's like, "Oh, this is a knife." I'm like, "No, it's just a stone I found." NL, you're on mute. Don't worry, we're paying attention to you, buddy.
No, that's
Anyways.
okay. I was just reading the chat there. You guys
So
do you.
this cop, he says, "Oh no, this is like this looks like a knife." I'm like, "It's just a stone I found. I really like it." And he took it and he grabbed a branch off this little shrub and he shaved it, like shaved it. And he's like, "This is really, really sharp." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I like it. It's a stone I found." And he's like, "Well, it looks like a weapon to me." I'm like, "It ain't no weapon. It's just a stone I found, right?" After about 15 minutes of haggling with this prick, he finally agrees that it's a stone I found and gives it back to me. I'm standing there talking to the cops. I've got one of the most deadliest weapons I could ever be given sitting in the palm of my hand. And I did make it. I actually just come out of the bush just from foot napping it. And I make stone arrows and knives that are like razor sharp. It's a really easy thing to do. It takes a little bit of practice to fine tune and read the stone, but I mean, on a most basic level, like it's pretty really easy. Like you start popping edges off, and I mean, you could get a basic knife that you could use to skin an animal, and cut them up to eat and gut and whatnot in just a few minutes. You could make a quick arrowhead in the same amount of time, and just. That's the thing people don't get, man. When it comes to survival shit, it's like they get all this weird ideas. I watch these guys build like shelters for 5 days and like, "Oh, I'm going to be here overnight," and then they spend 5 days building a shelter. Bullshit.
Right. Yeah, that cracks me up too, ET. I'm sitting there, I'm watching you survive in the bush thing. Oh, yeah, you can go build this. And then they go to their house where the electricity is and
It's
start
like
building it and show you how to build it. Well, hello, you ain't going to do that in the survival
you want to
more than
see
likely there ain't going to be electricity to do that with.
You want to see a real guy, a real survival guy who literally goes into the bush in nothing but his shorts, and I mean nothing but his shorts. No shoes, no shirt, no belt, no knife, no tools, no nothing. It's just him in a pair of shorts. And I think he uses a little piece of twine to keep his shorts from falling down. Like literally, I mean nothing. And it's primitive technology. You got to make sure you get the right guy because there's people that try to copy him. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't play any music. And that's all he does is he starts out from bare bones scratch. He makes his tools. He makes his cookware. He builds his houses, his fireplace, or his shelters. He's done gardens. He's made traps, and it's all just from his own bare hand.
just for
Shit,
shits
don't
and
work.
giggles purposes. Shut up, Tammy, for a second. But just for shits and giggles purposes, dear ET,
What you
just to
got?
show you, unless you get pictures of your face. Hold on, let me. I know how to do this. Just give me a second. Make me big. Watch this. I'm
Hey,
figuring it
there you
out. Look,
go.
there's no faces on or no tattoos on your face, unless you got them on your face. But this is a
Yeah.
photo lineup that they put me in. So unless you got tattoos on your face, they don't show body unless obviously your body parts. So I mean, yeah,
No. When I say like a lineup, I mean like um,
out in the street or something.
out in the street, or when in the movies, kind of a lineup where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
bring the guys into the room. No, I
We're
keep it a
we're sweaters.
yeah. Well, I don't have any. Even I have a scar right here, but like it's barely noticeable, right?
Yeah, I got one there too, right across my eyes. But
Yeah.
I got a birthmark on my leg right there.
Myron, you stand out in the crowd like a sore thumb.
don't he?
Do you really think so? I think I could slip around anywhere and I'd be unnoticed.
Hey, Keeper, by the way, obsidian is great for only one thing. It's easy to nap into a point. Because it's basically glass. If you know anything about napping, it's real easy for that. But that's about the only thing obsidian's good for. That and it's a pretty rock. The main thing you want if you want to take a rock with you, a piece of rock, is a piece of flint, and then a carbon steel, an unoiled carbon steel.
Hey, Dirty Mike.
That could be unoiled carbon steel knife to a file, an old file, not these newer ones. These newer ones don't spark worth a shit.
What's
The
up, Mike?
old
How are you,
files
buddy?
really spark good. Things like that. So that's what you want. That's what you want there for that type of deal.
Thanks for coming in, Mike.
Well, that's why the Vikings came over here, right? When they first got to Newfoundland, was they were trying to find suitable rock, and that's why they didn't stay, because there's not suitable rock on the rock, man, for making arrows, right?
Man, when I first seen the Vikings, this was like fucking 20 years ago, boys. They were riding around on bicycles, trying to call themselves a motorcycle club. Now, I mean, I got respect for some of the guys. I know them really well, right? So me, there's no filter with me. So I was
Man,
like,
we're not
these are
talking
fucking
about a motorcycle club.
And well, that's what I figured you was talking about. But when I seen it, I was like, boys, these people are wearing fucking vests that says Vikings MC, and then they're riding on a pedal bike. I was like, holy fuck! I bouncing rocks off. I got my ass kicked, but it was the stupidest thing I could ever think of, and I was like, holy fuck! But I know what you're saying, ET. I wasn't thinking about those Vikings.
No, man. Come on. You live on the rock, right?
Complete newfie thinking there.
No doubt, eh?
Thank you for making us laugh, though.
When the Vikings came over from Scandinavia to here, to North America, they landed in Newfoundland. And they did not stay there too long because they couldn't find suitable rocks to make arrows with. And I'm not sure where exactly the village is, but like there's nothing there, right? So yeah, they didn't stay around because there's no good rocks.
I think it was Lanta Meadows.
Where is it, NL?
I think it was Lanta Meadows, wasn't it?
You know what? I'd have to look it up, but
yeah. I'm afraid I'd probably kick you all out of here if I did, but I think it was Lansing Meadows.
Yes, it is Lansing Meadows.
Thanks, Ogre.
They found a 2,500-year-old Viking
Shit, there's
burial
somebody
down
down
in
on the
Florida.
bottom, boss.
Did you know that? 2,500-year-old Viking burial was found down in Florida back in 99.
Yep. Yeah, the Vikings were all up and down the east coast of North America and have been doing trade with the indigenous people of North America for centuries.
For thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Fucking the natives weren't warlike like all the fucking cowboy movies say they were. There is
Are you kidding, Myron? They were
there there
warlike.
there is some tribes in the area and the Apaches that were fucking just wild, but there is a lot of ones that were on the coast that like to trade too.
Oh
And
yeah,
You know what?
they traded right across the country. There was guys that
Yeah.
all they did was walk around and trade stuff.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you something about the Apache. The Apache, even the settlers, the first settlers that encountered Apaches, they said they were nice people willing to help.
Yep.
Yep.
Then they started fucking killing the Apaches and taking their land, and then they
Oh, that's
turned
all
into
this cash.
sons of bitches. And they knew them rocks way better than them hills than them white folk ever wished they knew. And that's what made them so fearsome, is they were able to get them rocks and disappear and become ghosts.
Do you want to hear a funny story about how stupid settlers were sometimes? Myron would probably know this place. I don't
What,
know.
you think he was a settler?
No, it's a
Let's
place in
go
Alberta
back.
called Frank Slide. Myron, you ever heard of Frank Slide?
Down right in southwest
Yeah,
Alberta.
southwest Alberta. The natives in the area used to call the mountain Turtle Mountain because it moved really, really slowly. And the settlers came in and they set up their little village right at the base of the mountain. And all the Indians were like, "You crazy, man, you crazy. No, 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 the mountain will slide, the mountain will slide," right? And they tell them for years that the mountain's going to slide. Nobody would listen to them. And then one day it slid, wiped out the whole village in like a matter of minutes. Whoosh, God.
Oh, here's one for you. And it's a proven fact every year. New Orleans drops a quarter of an inch each year.
New Orleans?
Yep. Quarter of an inch each year. It drops down. It's actually below sea level.
Well, that's what happens
Okay.
when you build a city on a bayou.
Well, that's the Native Americans told them don't build that city there because the land sinks.
Yeah.
And I forget the actual name of it. It was called which translated into sinking land. And they said, "Fuck you, we're gonna build New Orleans here," and they did. And guess what? It's been sinking ever since.
Yeah.
Well, white
Eventually, it's
people
gonna
are
sink
just
away.
fucking stupid. I'll tell
Say
you
that
that.
again, Myron.
White people are just fucking stupid.
No.
Hey, the piece
Just
of
say some people are stupid.
yeah, well, a lot of white people are stupid because, like the town I was born in, they've got their place built on the flats along the river. And hey, I see ya. Oh, that's all of us on there.
Yeah, see invalid. Just 1 second there, boy. See invalid. I can't get that last
ARC.
person there.
Oh, Keeper. It's a good song. Keeper, did you know that the Tragically Hip was asked not to sing that song after was it Katrina that flooded the shit out of New Orleans?
Katrina. Yep,
Yeah.
Katrina. Flooded
Yeah.
the whole ninth ward and half of the French quarters and everything else.
Yeah. New Orleans is a beautiful city, though. At
That's a
least it
matter
was the
of
last time I was there.
that's a matter of opinion. I never liked New Orleans the first time I went there, and that was before Katrina hit. It was nasty.
Hey,
it was
RC,
dirty,
good to see you, buddy.
Smelled. It was nasty, dirty, and smelled to me.
Butte, Montana's a nice place, too.
And you didn't like it, Tammy? Nasty, dirty, and smelly? I thought you'd fit right in.
That sounds more like your fucking deal there, Ogre. And Ogre lives in the nasty, smelly neighborhood. Or haven't you watched Shrek?
Ogres and trolls are related, and they're Both smelly. But Montana, no, Butte, Montana, keeper. You forgot an E, buddy.
I think he meant to spell it that way.
I know he did.
Catch you guys later. I'm gone.
All right, Myron. You try to have a good
Later,
night, buddy.
Myron. Hang in there, buddy.
Take it easy, Myron.
Hope you're able to get some good rest, man.
Thanks for coming in.
Hey, bring Dexter up.
Yes, I can do that now. Yeah,
Well,
invalid.
What about the guy that was down in the basement?
Yeah, this was what it was, but invalid. I'm on a Chromebook, so I'm very limited at what I can do on this shit. Or I'm still learning, so maybe I can get the wife to show me a few things. But like what you've seen is that line that's there. I can't move that unless I can move this. I'm still learning, but I can get at least 4 or 5 up plus me.
Oh, and by the
Drop
By the way,
Dexter and bring
Inel-
Invalid up.
Invalid's not there. If Invalid was there, I'd drop the cat.
by the way, the answer to your question is on this free one. You got a limit of 20 hours.
Yeah, I read that. That's what I was reading when you guys said that I was muted. I was like, fuck. But yeah, I was just reading that.
Yeah.
Why, you got to read out loud?
No, I was shaking my head, so I guess you guys thought I was, or maybe I was saying something. I don't know. That was like 20 minutes ago, Tammy. Fuck off, but
I'm trying to help you out here.
I appreciate it, buddy. I'm just fucking around.
But make sure when you go to end this, you hit the end stream button.
Yes.
Because if you do not, it will still go and it will eat up your time.
Yeah. I got the Leave Studio there. What it was
You
is
did
when I
that
was
yesterday. Was
No,
your
not
second one.
Leave Studio, end
Oh.
stream.
in broadcast. Yeah, I know what you mean. But
Yeah.
what it was is I was on YouTube and I went to do something just to try to figure out something, and it brought me out of it. And when I went to go back into it, it was like, do this. So I was like, okay, this is get me back into it. And it was like a whole new stream. I was like, okay. I figured going into a new stream would kill the other one. No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I learned that the hard way, or the easy way, I guess. It was on for a little while. People were a bit crooked over there, but whatever. They'll be okay.
Yeah, Invalid's right. $25 a month unless you buy it by the year, and then it drops down to I think it's $17.50 a month if you buy.
What's that for a StreamYard?
Yeah.
I'm too poor to pay for that shit. Fuck it, I'll use the free stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I with all this censoring too, one wrong word, you get your fucking channel shut down for 3 weeks, whatever. Then your $20 or whatever's fucking wasted anyway, So
Yeah.
fuck that. I'm staying free until I know this censoring craze bullshit's over.
And that's what I'm thinking. I don't got much. If I start working and stuff, I'll definitely do something. But right now, not working very much. I'm not going paying for anything like that. Fuck it.
Wow.
By the way, do yourself a favor. Don't do what I just did. I roll my own cigarettes.
thought you were
I
gonna
wouldn't
say
do
my
anything you just did, Tammy Lynn.
I
don't care how
turned on
pretty
my
she
fan.
is.
I turned on my fan and it blew a piece of the tobacco right up my nose, and it went through my nose and out back into my mouth. You want to talk about something that hurts? That hurts.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, I've done more and worse than that, but
Oh my god, that hurts.
don't I have
do it.
StreamYard up
You're
my
not supposed
corner?
to snort your cigarettes, dude. You're supposed to smoke them.
Yeah, I figured that out the hard way, man.
Oh my god, I think I figured it out. No, I never. Fuck that. Oh shit, what do I got done now? Never mind.
Believe me, StreamYard's gonna fuck with you until you get used to it. I'll tell you that now.
Do you want me to try and put the other Dexter cam on to see if you can pull it up?
You can try it.
Just to give you practice? Or,
You can
hold on.
try it. Don't mean it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you could as well.
another thing with having a paid subscription is you can have up to 10 people on your panel, where on the non-paid subscription, the free one, you only can have 6.
Oh, is it? Cool. I mean, I'm lucky I get fucking whoever comes up now, so I appreciate whoever drops in. You know, you want to come up, come up. I just don't want nobody starting shit. If you start shit, man, I got no problem. You know, if it's within reason, I'm not having no one start shit. Like, if I heard someone talking about somebody and I knew it was real, I'd leave it there, let you guys talk it out. But from what I know, I know what was going on, but from what I know, there was no one talking about anybody unless he gives me context. I never heard no one. So unless there's context behind it, I can't say yes, I heard it.
Like I said,
Here,
I may
NL, we're gonna give you some practice for something.
Oh shit. I just heard noise. What the fuck is this? What is this? What do you got going on here, boys?
But NL,
Boys are hacking me here.
I hope he wasn't maybe talking about me, talking about someone somewhere else. You know, but I don't. I don't bring it into other people's panels if they don't want it there. You know what I'm saying?
NL, we're gonna try doing a screen share.
Okay. What does that mean?
I'm gonna share my screen, what I'm watching with you. You're gonna. So you should see on the bottom.
You.
What's that, Ogre?
He's gonna porn bomb you.
I won't porn bomb you.
No, I know.
I'd swear in the Bible, but it's a piece of fiction. So
yeah, I see the 2 cats up there, Ogre. Again, I can't get down to them, so
I'll leave it there as you work around on it and this and that.
Yeah.
And if you figure it out, you figure it out. If not.
Cool, man.
It gives you watch hours.
Yeah, sounds good, buddy.
I'm gonna try to do the screen share. You should see it on the bottom.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Add to stream.
Yeah. There you go. You got it. And okay.
Full screen layout.
Full screen.
Yep. And then he can press
that
play.
was all built in already, but getting that shot really was an amazing feeling. It hits.
That's funny. That's funny.
I seen that pop up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. How do I turn this off?
Jesus, Terry, put a shirt on or something, man. Comb your hair.
But yeah, I seen that pop up and I was like, what's this?
What are you talking about, man? Here, okay, you're used to this. Hold on. There you go. There you go. Now, is it better now?
There we go. Yeah.
It's better now.
It's better now.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, boys. If you guys are here, you guys are here. I'm just chilling.
Actually, I'm going to bounce. I got to go have a smoke, and then I got to zone out a bit before I go to sleep, take my drugs. Otherwise, I
thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yeah, well, keep it up, NL. Tammy,
Thanks,
shut up for a minute.
No, E.T., you're going to shit when my hair ain't going to be there. My facial hair is all gone.
Are you going to, give yourself alopecia or what?
What the fuck is alopecia? Are you saying I'm going to screw myself?
No. Alopecia is when you have no body hair at all.
Oh.
No eyebrows, no hair,
no
beard.
No. Oh, hell no.
No chest hair, no pit hair.
I don't have any of that anyway. Look, I mean, shit. I have
no, dude. We didn't ask to see it.
But no, I am not going to be hairless. No.
No. You're doing all right, I know.
Thanks,
Takes a
buddy.
little bit of work to get used to all this stuff, right?
It do for
The
sure.
first live stream I did, I actually shut the stream off twice, accidentally trying to zoom in, like because I was on my phone,
Saying good night.
and it took me about 2 hours of running to good night, Prayer Girl. It took me a
Night,
couple
Prayer.
hours to um, figure out how to put the people's comments up on the screen
Well, I was
without
hearing.
shutting the stream off.
See, what I was trying to do is I was just trying to make people mods, and all of a sudden it was like show. I'm like, okay, this shows me how to do a mod, and all of a sudden their shit was popping up. I'm like, oh fuck, that's not it. So, but I'll learn. I'll click on buttons.
Girl, hope you sleep good.
But I appreciate EET, man. Love fucking you coming in. You're a plethora of knowledge, and you support everybody. You're out putting the work in as well. So, man, we got you here too, and hope to keep you do what you're doing.
Oh, you want to hear messed up, man? I was in Waterloo the other day.
It's messed up.
And so I was doing. I was trying. Tammy, stop making me laugh. I was doing an introduction video for one of the members of the People's Party of Canada.
Yeah.
And a great interview. Everything went really well. No interruptions. I only had to take out like a tiny little bit of footage. I get home, it was late. Just put my camera bag down and like time to zone out. And then got up this morning, threw the SD card in my computer, loaded it up into the editing software, and guess what? No fucking sound.
Oh.
No sound at all.
Oh, no.
And I had tested it like 3 times before I went to Waterloo because it's like a 2.5 hour drive for me, right? So, yeah, no sound.
Well, that's like my last video I uploaded. It sounds all fucked up. I don't know what happened. I guess editing it through KineMaster or KeyMaster, whatever it is, it made my voice all fucked up. I don't know what I did. I'm not re-uploading it and all that shit. You can listen to it the way it is. It's all good.
Well, if you want to see what happened when I was in Waterloo, anything worth noting is we went. Patrick Doucette is his name. He was an amazing guy, right? Yeah, really genuine, and I had an amazing chat with him. He made arrangements with the bar the day before that we could be there and do the interview, right? Just I couldn't point the camera into the bar, but like we had a table set up where I could be like put the camera at him and it would be looking out into the street as opposed to into the patio area. And they were all fine with that. And then they showed up and basically they said, well, you're not coming in here unless you put a mask on. And I'm like, dude, I'm medically exempt. I go watch the video because this dude he's got no clue about the law, right? And here's the thing that makes things. I never thought about doing it until this morning. So I checked. I went to the Waterloo Regional website and I found the bylaw. And it says right in the bylaw that the mask laws do not apply to patios, only to indoor spaces.
Oh.
You missed the first part of that. He asked CR and ET need to ask you what you take for your fibromyalgia.
Duloxetine. I put it in the chat.
And that's why I put up the other comment. So ET could read it, but...
What comment?
When you said duloxetine, then I put up Keepers, does it help at all? So he could...
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, the only thing I have issue with the duloxetine is it makes me feel like I'm going to throw up once in a while. And dude, I never touch morphine. I have addictive personality problems or issues, so I never touch anything that's could be remotely close to being addictive in any way whatsoever. The diloxacine, I can just stop it. Cold turkey, just done, and there will be no side effects of that.
Yeah, I just got over 30-year addiction, so I know what you're saying, man. I used to do gabapentin. I know what that is.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
I
into the
took
perks,
gabapentin too.
oxys, everything like that. And man, I've been dead a number of times. I was on my way to kill somebody one time. So it's time to change. So I don't touch nutty now. I'm on a bit of Suboxone, but I'll be off that now in a month and a half.
Yeah, I don't mind the duloxetine. I'm kind of what works the best for me. It would basically be a pill and a half, uh, but I can't do a half pill because they're capsules. So I take two, and that little bit more. If I take it late at night when I'm supposed to take it, if I wake and I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm gonna vomit like almost immediately. Um, but if I take it a little after I've eaten supper, so I still have some food in my stomach, I don't feel that in like I'm gonna vomit in the morning when I wake up. So I was on gabapentin too, but man, that stuff gave me some gnarly headaches. I was also on amitriptyline, and I had to take that at night because it makes me.
Okay, so amitriptyline makes you sleepy.
Oh yeah, it makes me sleepy, buddy.
But yeah, the reason why I never really did any drugs other than shrooms and pot in my entire life is when I came home at 12 years old and I had to knock my mom down and knock her out to get a gun out of her hand because she decided to cold turkey. The doctors had her addicted to what was that? I can think of it right now. It was one of the major pain pills. It's not oxys, but it's above oxys. But they had her addiction to that,
Oh
and
yeah, man,
she
that
cold
shit.
turkeyed it. She cold
Some of that
turkeyed it,
stuff's crazy.
and it put her in a very depressed state. And at 12 years old, I come home from school and she's got a gun up to her head, and I had to knock her down and knock her out to get the gun away.
I'm gonna
12
tell you one more story before I go. So when I was still living at home with my parents,
Percocets is what they had her on. Sorry.
my brother and I got in a fist fight, like a violent fist fight, and he threw a bunch of darts at me. So I had like darts sticking out of my arm and my neck and my head, and so I had him in a headlock, and I was just fucking feeding it to him. I dragged him up the stairs. I got him to the front door, and my mom says, "What the fuck are you doing?" I said, "Well, you told me no fighting in the house, so I'm gonna take him outside." And she grabbed me and threw me across the living room up against the wall and threw him halfway up the stairs. I made the mistake of coming off the wall with my fist clenched and trying to hit her back. My mom knocked me out cold and left me lying on the living room floor until I come to.
Now,
I
I
don't
tell you
fuck with
what,
my mom.
do you know when I quit screwing with my mom though? As far after she got straightened out off that shit, I swear to God that woman knew how to throw a rolling pin around the corner.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
I was sitting there. I was sitting there, and we've gotten a whole bunch of freshwater oysters, right?
Oh,
And she's sitting there breading them up to fry them. And every time she bread one up, put it over on the thing on the plate to get them all breaded up, and then throw it into the fryer at the same time. I was reaching up and grabbing them, and she finally caught me doing that. And I heard William Ray Caswell. And when I heard that, I knew I was in trouble. I came out from under that cabinet and I took off running. And I know I made it around that corner. And I still got clunked upside the head with that damn fucking
oh
rolling.
yeah. Larn darts, keeper. All right, guys,
Sorry,
I
hold
gotta
on a
go.
second. Take it easy. Take it easy, Stevie.
Yeah,
Take it
I gotta
easy,
run
take it
too.
easy.
Night, everybody.
Take care,
Take it easy,
ET.
Master ET.
Thanks, ET, buddy.
Matt, Stevie, you try to have a good night, man. Stevie Mouth. There's Dexter the kitty. We got double Dexters. But that was the only time I ever came close to even doing anything to my mom, as far as that goes. Me and my mom were best friends. And but it was the only way to get the gun out of her hand. she would not get rid of the gun. She wouldn't. It was not good. So when you see that at a very young age, you decide you don't want to touch that shit. Any of that shit.
Yeah, like I said, boss, I don't know who Epic was talking about, man. You know, if he was, like he said, he wasn't talking about me or Ogre, but I'm not going to have anybody talking about anybody in here. I love Epic. Epic is great, but, I'm trying to just learn how to do this. So I don't want shit starting right now. If you are saying something and he's got beef with you, like someone said, start up your own panel and go off. I'm not saying this behind his back, because I will say it to his face if he wants me to. I did say what I had to say, and I don't think he was too happy, so he got bounced.
Now, I don't think he was mad. If he was talking about me and him's never had a problem. But I don't know if it might have been other people that I've had a problem with in the past. That I've even pretty much quit talking about them. Even, a lot of people I've said my apologies to and things like that too. Things like that. But it's just the way it goes. But I try not to bring it anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Take care, Shane. Appreciate you dropping in, buddy.
Hey, Shane, you have a good one, buddy. I guess Dirty Mike was in here just a little bit ago, and I missed that.
Yeah, I think he came in and left again.
Well, if you're still here, Dirty Mike, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good night. If you ain't, still.
Look, if there's an issue between you and somebody that's on panel or something like that, and you want to talk about it, put it into private. Say, listen, I got an issue with so and so. Can we talk it out? I'll let you talk it out, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to get in between you guys or anything like that. But
As
I'm
long
not
as
gonna
we're
just.
keeping it civil, right?
And it's not even civil. If it gets to be a shouting match, that's fine too. But be reasonable about it first. You know what I mean? Don't just come in snapping your fucking head off and just being and I'm not calling Epic an idiot, but don't be an idiot about it. Like, you're coming into my stream. I'm just new to this, and then all of a sudden you're going off if you got a beef. Like,
Especially on
don't
who
try
he
that.
was talking about too, right? You know who he was
I
talking
think
about.
I'm almost sure I know who he was talking about.
I
I'm
don't want
not.
to say it. I'm not going to say it, but
No, that's right. I'm
the
almost
ancient
sure I
alien.
know, right? But I don't want, you know what I mean? I got mad respect for everybody here,
Yeah.
and I want to keep it that way. And I'm not having someone else's issue with that person, or with that person and someone else and that someone else coming over here. I mean, listen, I got certain people's backs, and I'm going to have them 100%, but I'm not also having them come in here and start in trouble with other people with me, because I got no issue with XYZ. So if you
Well,
got an
exactly,
issue with,
because you never know, because that person that whoever comes in and has an issue with, you might be cool with, but they might be upset that you let this person go on about them on your thing, and then now you have an issue for no reason. It's the way
You
things
know,
work.
do you know how many times that's happened to me? I've had that happen to me so many times, and guess what? The person that tries to play that game is the one that gets to go first. Because there's also the ability to say, "Hey, I'm sorry,"
yep.
and then the problem's done and it's over with. You know what I'm saying?
How many times have you seen me time somebody out or something like that, and then realize I was wrong, or time
Yeah,
somebody out and be like, it was me, I'm sorry, I did it. But that's
yep,
it. You got to be man enough to speak up too, right?
mhm, yep. I mean, so they never. Some people don't realize. I understand they like to back you and things like that. Some people like to back you. Against a problem. But they need to also realize there is times that there is the ability to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
There's the ability to come to an understanding. Okay, I won't fuck with you if you don't fuck with me. And there's also the I'm sorry as well, and then the problems. So
Yeah, damn
completely.
right.
So there's several things that can happen. It looks like Invalid would like a link.
Yeah, he's coming. Well, I think he's coming.
That's the way it goes. You know, I've been in every category of that specific, of that genre with people. You know, that I just stated. Hey, Invalid.
What's up?
Hey, Tammy, how are you doing?
I'm a
What's up,
doing,
Invalid?
man. I'm a doing.
Right on. It's always good
I
to
got
see
a
you.
slight headache coming on.
I do too, actually. This heat's going to start killing us this week. We got 100 to 110 coming.
Wow,
Oh, damn.
that's crazy.
It ain't the heat
Well,
that's giving me
most of the West Coast is getting hit with a heat wave. And actually, I looked on the map that they showed. My old town in Raleigh, California, which is in a desert, isn't going to be as hot as the rest of the country. But
it ain't. I still ain't the heat. I get migraine headaches from being
yeah,
hit in the head so many times.
well, you're just a goofy fuck, you know.
Well, that's another true statement as well.
But I didn't want to bring anything in. You know, I stopped myself when Epic started. But he's got problems, dude. He's got problems that people gloss over, look over, ignore,
Yeah,
encourage,
He's
yeah,
even.
angry.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
And look,
angry, and I understand his angry, and I know,
yeah,
that's part of it. And I'm not talking bad about him. I want him to,
no,
be well, but he's letting aspects of all this get to him too much, and it's gone to his head a little
it's like people
because
don't
he's a.
understand. Go ahead.
Oh no, well this has been between me and him. It's been going on for like the last month and a half or so, I guess. Because all of a sudden he stopped coming by, talking to me, and when I tried talking to him or say something, he's just blowing me off, calling me names, shit like that. I said, fine.
And that's what
You
I
know?
don't like. I mean, I understand if people are upset with other people and stuff, and they got beef. That's fine. I mean, like he's upset because Slow and Sci-Fi are mad with me, or not even Sci-Fi. Sorry, I'm not even going to put his name out there because Sci-Fi seems to be best kind with me. It's Slow Burner. Slow Burner thinks that my issue with him is to do with Mike. It has not a fucking thing to do with Mike. It does a little tiny bit now. My issue is with NE, with him and NE. I don't know if you were on the panel that, or even in chat that night when NE read his text message. I thought he was gonna fucking cry, man. And to hear a
It sounded
grown
like
ass
it. You're
man,
right.
yeah, to hear a grown ass man get on like that, man. I almost cried. The wife looked at me and was like, "What's wrong with you?" I started shaking, tears come down my eyes because there's crying for me, and then there's angry, and the tears come down. The tears started rolling out of my eyes. My ears went red. Like, I'm not joking. They were red like the fucking headphones, and it was like, "What is wrong with you?" And it was the way Slow made him feel. Like any thought they were brothers, buddies, whatever you want to call it, and it was like I was like, no way, man, and all because what Slowburner was drunk and was picking up for his buddy, and I mean, listen, I'm gonna pick up for Annie every day of the week because of how honest and
I love it.
yeah, man, and you know what I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so if it comes down to it, that I gotta lose a couple subs or a couple friends because of the issue that I have with Slowburner, fuck it, man. You know, Slowburner's a goof. I'll say it to his face. I'll punch his fucking teeth out when I see him. I hope he's watching it, but I mean, I'm telling you, I'm gonna boss him to fucking pieces just for what he said to Epic, or sorry, not Epic, but fucking Slowburn, or yeah, Jesus Christ, any, and that's it. That's just me, and I got mad
And he's
respect
just
for.
and he is just a very excited kind of guy.
He is, but he
He's
took
always,
his
he's always
he took his relationship with him and Slowburner as a true honest
Friendship.
friendship. You know what I mean? And then for the slow burner to go and do that because him and Mike were having a fight and an argument, get the fuck out of here, man. You know, that's the same thing as, you know, you and Epic having a fight or whatever, and I'm not coming
Mhm.
over chatting with you on your panel. What the fuck is up with that? I'm not going to
Yeah.
do that. Now,
Yeah, that's
you
why I
what?
stopped myself from saying more because I was like, wait a minute, this is wrong. What's Epic came in and the first thing he says besides hi is these guys are all talking about me.
Yeah.
No, they're
And
not.
I never
No,
stated
no,
That's
he
the
much
he
about
didn't. He
that.
didn't say that. No, he didn't say. He said, "Oh, all the people on panel are the guys that were talking about us."
Between him and ET, and that's why I was like,
Yeah,
man, I don't
about him and
remember
ET,
anybody,
and I
right?
know exactly what he was talking about. But
And I
that's
think I do
why.
too. I got an idea of what he was talking about, but it was on someone else's stream. It was someone else talking it, and from what I know, ET and the people figured it out. You know what I mean? So if that's what it is, then don't come in here trying to start shit between us. You know, I got mad respect for ET. Mike knows it. I've told Mike, listen, Mike, I got your back 100. I'm gonna have your back 100 as much as I can. You know, but I'm not gonna go ruining relationships with people. If Tammy and Mike started having a beef tomorrow, and I start up a stream and Mike can't commander and Tammy wants to come up, jump up. I don't give a fuck. Same thing goes with any of
well,
you guys.
Yeah.
that's what I was saying before, though, is that this is the thing that's been going on with him is he's getting more and more erratic. He's getting a little bit.
Hmm.
I mean, the conspiracy theory stuff that he thinks about enough is, gonna whack your head. But he's thinking that people are out to get him when they're not.
That's right.
Nobody's out to get him here. Everybody respects him. Everybody respects Epic. He's a
Yeah,
good
it
guy.
seems like
Yeah,
he's
he's a
smoking
little
crack.
excitable sometimes. Yeah, it's just something's going on there that we don't know,
Yeah,
and we can only see what he puts out, and it's all being negative. And
and I don't want
that's
that.
why I
I
said
love
just give it
Epic.
a rest, would you?
Right,
Yeah,
man, Epic
he's
was
a good guy. But
yeah, he was the first one I ever watched on a live, and he was the first one I spoke to on panel, like you know what I mean, in the chats on their panels. Man, and I love Epic, and he was the only one I was going to, and then I started meeting people through Epic's lives and
hmm
stuff. So that's where I was
yeah,
coming from. So
Epic introduced me to a lot of people.
yeah,
He introduced. I met a lot of people just on his panel or on his channel, and I just don't
That's
get this new thing he's doing because he's been attacking people that are his friends
yeah,
for no
and
reason.
that's
that's
sad.
how I got it. That's how I met Dirty and all you guys. Is I was on. I think it was one of the shows KY and Bud were on, and I went from there to Chuck, and I was floating all around for months and months, and I kept asking, "Hey man, I'm looking for someone in the Toronto, Canada area." Da, 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 da. And all of a sudden, he popped up one night. He's like, "I'm in Ottawa. I do a thing." And the very next day, I was on his show, and I haven't missed a day. And I would set my alarm to be on his morning show every morning, and I even do a little thing. I get there, hey, welcome to morning's epic, morning madness with Epic and all that stuff. I wrote a little thing in there, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know anybody. Like I think the guy's a great guy, and everything's done. But I do think he gets a little angry and opinionated, and it tends to make people be like, I don't want to listen anymore. And
Yeah,
that's just, and it's not a bad. I'm not dissing on him. It's just I've been told the same thing when I talk to people about things. Dude, when you get a little too aggressive and stuff, people just are like, all right, I don't care. Whether it's a
yeah,
true point or not, they don't want to listen. And I'm not being mean or anything, but I see that in him because I've seen it in myself and I've been told. So I that's my only issue is that, or he's very finite with his decision. It's either black or white. There's no working it out. I've noticed with certain subjects.
100%. And that's what I'm saying. I'm one of those ones that, I mean, you watch my videos, I'm boom, like I snap at certain things, and I'm usually like that, and I don't want to be like that with you guys because you guys are, you know what I mean, you're all doing the same thing. If you're not auditors, you are supporting us as auditors, so you're putting our links out to you're getting new people to come sub our channels and putting our videos out there, airing our videos. I mean, that's golden for me. I'm in Newfoundland, boys. You know how many death threats I don't even. I gotta be careful because the wife hears this. I'm fucking fucked. But how many death threats I get in my email a day? I get at least 2 or 3
I do.
emails a day from death threats, and it's
Oh,
because I'm on such a small area.
Wait until you graduate to about 20 to 30 of them. That's what I get a day.
Oh yeah, and I'm so sure that it's going to happen, and I'm fine with it because not everybody's going to agree with what I do, and I'm 100% cool with that. I get it. I don't agree with the way some people audit either, and I don't agree with how I audit sometimes, and I'm the first to admit it, and it's my own fucking audits, boys. You know what I mean? So when I say to people, or when people say to me, "Oh, do you fucking cursing?" Yes, I understand that, and I'm trying. You go back 7 months ago and watch my first video to now. There's a little bit of difference. If I'm automatically snapping at a cop, it's because we have a history. I've been at this for 30 years, so I got a history with that cop, and I'm trying to change that. But when you approach me in a certain way that I know you're just trying to antagonize me, I'm just going to play along with you and just lose my shit and tell you to go fuck yourself. You're a goof. You're a mutt. You're a rat. Because you are. But so
By the way, keeper of the list, to answer that question, I am a fan of acknowledging he does not exist.
what was that? Sorry.
He asked a question above that.
Okay. This one.
Yeah, I am a fan of acknowledging he does not exist. That's why I wouldn't even read the question to you. You'd have to
Yeah.
find it yourself. I don't acknowledge he exists.
I didn't know that was a man.
Yeah, he's a YouTube entity that is
10th of a man. Not a real man, a 10th of a man.
well, I can't even give him that because he claims to be the woman of his relationship with another man.
Yes,
So-
I know. He's the wife. He is the wife. He
Yeah.
is the wife. He's admitted that in the first 3 days I've known him. I knew him. He admitted that.
So I
I
can't
don't even
give
know
him
who
the
you're
10th
talking
of a
about.
man.
That's good, Ogre. You don't want to. He's a jerk. He's
I'm
just
not
a
trying
big.
to argue with you on that. I'm just let the truth be known. There, 43.
I know, Tammy. I know. That's one where we do agree on.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
By the way, I owe you an apology, dude.
Well, you can come over to my live and
No,
say it there.
you don't mind me apologizing to him
No,
right
man.
now, do you?
No,
I know.
man. I'm jumping off now in a couple minutes, but
I spoke out of turn. Now, if you go look at that video, you see when you threw me off the panel. That I was speaking long before Rob started speaking when he decided to throw his temper fit. You can see that.
Yes.
So that's why I got pissed and said what I said. I should not have gone that far with it. I was overboard with it. I still like you. I come over there, I listen to you, and I fucking give you a thumbs up every time I come in. I just don't. I don't talk, and things like that. And I sure in hell ain't coming up on a panel with him anymore.
Yeah, so, well, I got my own issues. I got to deal with that sooner or later. It's just really hard to.
That's been an ongoing thing with me and him now for almost 2 years, and that's the 6th time he's done that stuff. And he seems to do it any panel that's a new one that I go.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why it really hit me big time that time. And it was also the show that
I can understand. And Tammy, on that, I will say I'm sorry for doing that. I just didn't have any recourse, I guess, or I didn't think of my options very well. Let's put it that way.
Right. But I do apologize for doing the live stream I did about you where I called you.
No, I know, Tammy. That's just you. I expected as soon as I did it, I expected it. I actually called it, and 10 seconds later, there you were.
But I called you everything. I called you everything under the sun, though, and I admit it.
I know, and it's okay. It's okay. I've learned to.
I still like you. You're still like the brother I never had. I'll tell you that now.
I know, man, and you're more than welcome to come by, Tammy. I don't mind you being there. Just
Right. Well,
keep it down.
I'm going to keep from
You did it.
causing a problem on your stream. I'm going to stay out of stay out there if Rob's there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like I said, I
And
got to
that's-
deal with that.
I figured how to bring up 6 people.
That'll
Right
that will,
on.
Just as you're
that will
getting ready
keep
to
the
shut
problem
down.
Yeah, but boys, I really do appreciate y'all coming in, man. Everybody in chat, awesome, man. I really appreciate it. I wasn't expecting to do 2 hours. I was just gonna do half hour, an hour. Appreciate it. Fucking,
dude,
I-
I'll tell
Before you
you,
go, before you
I'll
go.
tell you now.
yeah,
You'll sit there and say, "I'm going to do 2 hours," and then
Do
4
20.
hours later, you're shutting down the
Yeah,
stream.
4 people and 2 cats.
yeah.
But but I was gonna say, for your when you do your lives and stuff,
Yeah.
do them up to the almost the, like leave yourself like 30 minutes, maybe a little bit less on that last for a last live.
Okay.
On that last live, you can go 24, 48 hours if you want,
Oh, really?
because yeah, that's what Spirit found out, and then he started doing 24-hour
As
streams.
long as you do not shut the stream down, you can go forever on that live.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Didn't he
So-
do
so
like
just
a
like-
week and a bit one time? He
What?
did like a 10. Didn't Spirit do like a 10-day stream?
Oh, yes, he did a 10-day stream.
Wow.
As
That's
long
crazy.
as you don't shut the Streamyards down, you
Yep,
can go
you can
forever.
keep going.
That's crazy. But
But as
what I'll
soon as
probably
you shut
do.
it down and it's past that 20-minute time limit, you ain't getting back on it until your time until the time comes around and says, "Okay, you're ready to go back on again."
I appreciate the advice. What I'll probably do is probably do after mics, or if the days are whatever, I'll probably do a little bit before mics and then after mic. But I'm not going to jump in on mics time. You know, everybody that goes to mics comes here, so that'll pretty much be what I'll be doing. So if anybody wants to come over, or Invalid, if you're doing a panel, or Tammy, if you guys plan on doing a panel after mics or something one day, let me know and I'll come over and see you guys. I don't need to do this every day. I'm just trying to.
I appreciate y'all telling me come on over. I do. I enjoyed the panel. It's been a good panel.
I
I got to
appreciate it too.
apologize to someone I
You know,
did been needing to
just
apologize
see-
to for a while too.
Yeah. See, Tammy, that's the thing, and I'm glad you're here for it, because this is what people need to do. Yeah, we can have
Yeah.
arguments. Yes, we can get angry
Yeah.
with one another, but you can let it go.
That's right.
Yep.
You know, I let it
And
go. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. It's just silly. I'd rather have
That's right.
friends than enemies. I'd rather have people talking to me instead of hating me.
Yeah.
Bird hates me. Yeah, fucking tenth of a man's little sycophants hate me. I don't care. They can hate me all they want.
You ain't being hated by much. I'm just saying, when you're hated by that group, just saying.
Oh, I know. Oh, no. I know that. But I definitely know that.
But really, in the whole scheme of things, how does that really affect Mr. 43? Honestly, how does that really affect him? It doesn't. He still has his house. He still does what he has to do. He still gets up every day. Still wipes his ass when he shits. At least I hope. But it doesn't really affect him. Eventually,
Just
one day, these people will just disappear, and he'll never hear from them again.
Yep. Exactly. So
All right, go ahead.
the piece. Okay, well, you cut it down, Andrew.
No. You do what you're doing, buddy. I don't care.
I just wanted to say, the way we have handled this, Tammy, and the way we should be handling these things is like adults, because we're pretty much all adults here.
Yeah.
I don't know about the cat, but
That's an adult.
Well, some people would argue that with me.
well, Tammy, we know you're special.
Yeah, I was so special. I licked the windows on the little yellow bus when I went to school.
But NL, good stream. Glad you figured out how to bring 6 people up. You'll get better
Appreciate
next
it.
time.
Much appreciated, guys. I really do.
The more you work with it, the more you'll find, the more you'll be able to do stuff and things like that. I'll tell you
Right.
that now.
I sincerely appreciate you guys coming in every time, man. Even if you're in the comments, so whoever's in the comments, I appreciate all of you as well. Come see me again the next time. Much love to all of you. Thanks.
That's a much better shot of Dexter. I like that. He's just staring at the camera too, going, "What the fuck is this thing here?"
right.
He's like, or is that the look of, are you motherfuckers still watching me for real?
Yes, we are, Dexter. Yes,
He sure
we
is.
are.
All right,
I'm
boys.
waiting to see him show up on a meme somewhere, especially when he gets up to walk around and his ass is just flopping and sliding everywhere.
Right. All right, boys. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Well, all right,
All
take
right.
it easy.
Have a good
All
one.
buddy.
right.
Take
All
care,
right,
man.
and
Thanks,
you
guys.
try to have a good one, man.
Peace.
You too.
You too,
Take care,
brother.
everybody. Thank you. Much love.
I'm glad we had our top 43, man.